You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to sing it.
We're singing words now.
We'll even sing the business part.
Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive.
Now that's a commercial you'll remember, even if you don't remember the bundle and save with Progressive part.
We're singing that commercial.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This is the end of the jingle. A jingle about insurance.
Welcome into the Eric Zane Show Podcast, the daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. Was that? It was Freudian. I combined week, and queef to give you work weef. Uh-oh, we gotta bash the zenith. Well, that was big. I guess it's going to be that type of day. That type of week. Welcome in. So glad you are here. Holy shit. We're doing it again. Back, Jack, do it again. Wheels turning round and round. You go back, Jack, do it again. Steely Dan, underrated, in my opinion. Hang on, I got to drink this. Oh, needed that. Just as an experiment, if I decided to try a day with no coffee, I mean, it would just be an absolute abortion. All right. Phew. The comment was made yesterday to your old pal Eric Zane. Dad, you're looking a little thinner. What? Huh? Holy shit. I don't know. Who knows? I am down. It was 186 at the peak. It is right at 174 right now. So that's pretty great. I'm happy. It might have to do with the increased I just finished week 4 of this 16-week training thing, getting ready for the Grand Rapids Half Marathon against Mike Ball to raise money for the AT Children's Project. 7-miler. Hey, Reverend Rowdy Ron, good to see you. Condolences. I did not know about that till recently. Deeply saddened. 7-miler yesterday. Boy, was it hot. Oh, my God. And I started to smell so bad during this run that the stink, okay, when you're running, you've got a inherent breeze on you because you're moving. So the stink should be behind you. But the stink was so prominent, it was rolling ahead of me somehow and defeating physics. And there was a family that was walking towards me, going to the ice cream shops. You got dad, mom walking. The kids are on their little bikes, and they're like so slow and so little, the parents can just walk and stay ahead of them. And I'm like, they're going to get all sorts of stink from me. And, oh, God, I was like, I just felt bad. It was absolutely horrible. So there was just body odor. There was no feces involved in it. It was all just the abundance of body odor was just so strong on this one. Oh. But still, 7 miles in the books. We are starting week 5 today. And feeling pretty good. Still think I'm way too slow to take out Mike Ball. I give myself a 3% chance of winning this race. But do you hear Jackie say, yeah, Dad, you're looking a little skinnier. I'm like, oh, my God. And then we followed that up with an incredible dinner of Slaughter the Turks Armenian meatballs. And, you know, you just cannot go wrong with that. Second to none. So fantastic. So, all right. Hope you had a great weekend. I have an email you need to hear. Subject line, everybody will keep talking about it. Rob T. writes, Dear Eric, everybody's talking about the gigantic announcement you made last week on your podcast, as they should. It's the most significant news to come from your show in recent memory, and I will be tuning in to see how it plays out. Of course, I'm talking about the news of your return to live radio, as you will be appearing along with Bill Simonson on The Huge Show this week from 3 to 6 p.m. statewide and live on the Michigan Sports Network, delivering big-name guests and pulling no punches with huge opinions. Rob adds, I cannot explain why it is, but you and Bill somehow make a great combination somehow. And I always enjoy listening when the two of you are on the air. Your podcast is continuing to move in the right direction. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing where it goes from here. Signed, Rob T. Bill will be with me today on this show at about 9:30. He has his morning chores to do. He promised me he'll be joining me. I'm looking forward to his appearance. And I'll make sure to bring this up. We have never, ever we've had segments together. We've never done a show together. And we've never, sure as hell, done consecutive days of shows together. So this is either going to be fantastic or horrible. Now, even if it's, okay, I don't think it will be bad no matter what on the air. I think it'll be fantastic on the air. But it might be terrible off the air. Of all the people that have ever worked in radio, ever been employed or spoken into a microphone at radio, in radio, or any type of medium where you're, throwing stuff out there like this, there have never been two bigger alphas. And I don't know if that works. We'll find out. We are the most alpha of all alphas. In fact, I would say Bill is more of an alpha than your old pal Eric Zane. I actually am superior than Bill because though I am an alpha, I have the ability to fake beta type tendencies in order to remain alpha-like. Now, what this will result in, I don't know. But we're going to find out today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on 96.1 The Game and across 18 great radio stations in the great state of Michigan. So I suggest, if you don't already have this, to download the iHeartRadio app. Then hit the little search button, 96.1 The Game, so you have it like in your queue. And then hit that thing when it's time to start the show. I expect this to be remarkable. I hope so. And I'm excited. It's always good to be on the radio, in my opinion. Yesterday was a very significant day for obvious reasons, but like I said, that is, here we are, new day. And there was other things that made it a very significant day because yesterday, I am not kidding you, when I finished up my podcast yesterday, Diana came in here and she goes, we've got a problem. And I'm like, who's at the front door? Where's my piece? She goes, no, idiot. There's something wrong with Daisy. Oh, yeah? She keeps vomiting. Oh, yeah? So, like, when I got up Sunday morning, there was some barf on the floor. I thought maybe the cats did it. I don't think so. She goes, yeah, she's throwing up twice, and she's panting and walking around the house aimlessly, and she just seems like she's in great stress. I go, oh, fuck me. Well, let's take her in. Now, if you say take the dog into the vet on a Sunday, what that means is you're going to go into bankruptcy because taking a dog to the vet during the week is usually an expensive endeavor. If you go to the if you make the ride to Blue Pearl, oh, fuck. You really got to love your pet. You don't want your dog getting sick after hours. But here she is, and it's extremely after hours. I'm like, shit. But, you know, you love your pet. So I'm like, well, let's go. Let's take her in. And so go downstairs, and by the time I get downstairs, I've already like, well, maybe we should wait and see. I don't know. I call Blue Pearl, and I'm talking to him. I go, all right, now, here's what's up. She goes, well, if it were any other dog except a English bulldog, I would say just wait it out. But it's an English bulldog, and they can easily get aspirated, and then, like, they're going to die like fucking Bon Scott. So I'm like, okay. We make the decision. Now, I'm making the sauce. And the only thing that trumps the overall health of the dog is Slaughter the Turk's Armenian meatballs. I said, I'll stay here. You take the dog. She gets in the truck because she dares not put the dog in her car. She doesn't want a dog here. And she gets in the truck, this big-ass truck. It's hilarious seeing her driving this thing. She takes off down the road. I call the vet. They go, okay, yeah, we'll be waiting for Daisy. Come in under door F. And I think it's door F for fucked, because that's what you are if you walk in there. It's going to be a little bit of a wait. I go, okay, no problem. You know, I mean, Yeah, it'll be 6 hours. 6 hours? What the fuck? 6 hours? Now, by the way, because Sarah's writing prayers for Daisy. Okay, hold on a second. 6 hours? And I'm like, well, fuck, it's like 2 now. Jesus. But then I'm like, but if she's there and she does go into cardiac arrest, at least she's there, you know? They can. So call Diane. I go, yeah, it's going to be 6 hours for you. 6 hours. Oh, my God. Image. So, all right. The dog has now puked 4 times. It's all just this weird foam flying out of her. And she's like panting. I'm like, oh no, this is it. This is it. This is the big one. And she's just not in her right mind. I'm like, this is the way it was with Lucy when Lucy croaked. It was just it was like one day she's fine, the next day she's not. This is it. This is the big one. Daisy's like 8.5 years old. That's pretty old for a bulldog. Diana gets there. I'm making the sauce. Then she sends me a picture of Daisy sound asleep. I go, what the fuck is this? She dead? She goes, no. She just laid down and went to sleep, and now she's snoring. She's fine. I go, what? Now, Diana's in the exam room and getting ready for the nice 6-hour wait. I go, what do you mean? She goes, it's like she is not, like nothing happened. She's just fell asleep. She's tired, but she just fell asleep, and now she's on her back, snoring. I think we're going to come home. I go, well, yeah, get the fuck out of there. Are you kidding me? Bring the queen of the forest in here.
Hello?
Hello, Pooh Bear.
Hi.
Before I get to this story, there was a bit of drama last night in bed that a very rare late night losing of the Pooh Bear points.
Yeah. Exactly. You're an asshole.
Are you out on your little walk right now? How's that going?
Good. I just got started, but good.
You sneezed once and you screamed when you sneezed. And then you screamed or you sneezed the second time, and then the third time you sneezed. What happened that made you so upset?
You go, oh my effing. And then you did stop yourself because you knew that would sound cockheadish.
I didn't say, I said, what the I said that.
Yeah, you were going to say it.
But
you stopped yourself. You stopped yourself because you knew that would be cockheadish.
And then you didn't like the look on my face, so you gave me a look that was like, oh, you're fucking dead.
Yeah. Yeah, like I could help it because I sneezed.
All right, well,
Dumbass.
anyway, I was just discussing how we thought Daisy was going to die. And
Yeah.
I'm at the point in the story where she just said, all right, I'm going to bed. And she just fell asleep on the floor of the emergency vet.
Yeah, she just plopped herself on the ground and went to bed. That was it.
And you
It's like she just wants to make sure that we care about her, you know, because, like, remember when, you know, we thought she was going to die up north when she had, like, heat stroke or whatever?
Yes.
And then we get her in the car, and then she's fine.
Yes. This is the second time this has happened. So you just put her on the leash, and you said, hey, we're leaving, right?
Yeah, well, I go to Jackie. I go, she's fine. Vet hasn't even come in yet. We had already been waiting like a half an hour for the vet. I go, she's fine. I'm not going to pay whatever it costs for an emergency vet if she's fine.
Right.
And she was completely fine.
And she's been fine since we brought her home. She's like, oh, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm fine. She ate her dinner. She even had a little extra treat.
Yeah, she had some meatballs.
Yeah, and she was fine.
What the fuck? Yeah, that was ridiculous. That
I don't
scared
know if she ate something.
Yeah,
Or,
I don't know either. Maybe it might have been the antibiotic that she's on for her asshole.
yeah, but she's been on that for like a week and she hasn't done that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no
I don't know.
idea. Thank
Very
God.
strange.
That frightened me. It really did.
And it scared me too. Like once or twice, okay, I can see it, especially since she was outside eating grass. I'm like, okay, well, she's got an upset stomach. But it was like 5 times.
Yeah, it was.
And she was acting weird. She was acting very distressed.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was like Lucy all over again.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Jesus.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks.
Okay, I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, see ya.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Mitch writes, was that a rocket going by? I know it sure sounded like it, didn't it? Okay, so Daisy is fine. Oh, my God. I was freaked out. Holy shit. Got her back. Okay, and then listen to this. This is ridiculous. There's this dessert that I said to Dad, I go, I will take care of all the dinner and in case you do come home. And obviously she came home and everybody came over. We had a great time. And I'll make the dessert. And the dessert is this thing we make. It's called Dirt Sundaes. You take Oreos and you put them in like a Ziploc, and then you smash them with a rolling pin. And then what you do is in these like sundae cups or parfait cups, you put obliterated Oreo and then chocolate pudding and then whipped cream, and then you do it again, and it's layered, and it's fucking sweet. And we just love them. It's a big hit. So easy to make, So we're going to eat the dinner. It's family dinner time. Sundays are family dinner day. And then afterwards, we're going to have the dessert. So we had this last weekend, too. Now, it's my job to, Corey says, no wonder you're fat. It's my job. Normally, I don't make the dessert. It's not really anything you have to make. It's just you kind of have to make the pudding. And that's easy. You just whip that shit up, and then you put it in the fridge. And you use 2 boxes of the pudding because it's a big hit around the house. So you got to put it all in there. And then Tim says, don't forget the gummy worms. No, you're right. You got to add the gummy worms, too. So I'm getting ready to make that. And then I realize I'm starving. And then I open up the fridge, and there's a Tupperware container full of actually already made pudding from the week before. And I go, well, I'm just going to kill this. I'm going to eat it all right now because I'm starving. And that's like a great lunch to have. And we're about to make more pudding. So I open that up. This is all while Dinah's the vet. And then I obliterated that, and that's gone. And then so I'm getting set to make the pudding for this week's Dirt Sundaes. And there's only one container, one box of the pudding. And I go, oh, boy, there's only one box of the pudding. And then I thought to myself, oh, was she saving the other one for this one? I sure as hell hope not. I call her up. I go, hey, how are you? Yeah, we're just coming back. I go, oh my God, I can't believe that happened with Daisy. So anyway, I was just wondering, did you buy 2 boxes of pudding? She goes, no, we didn't need it because I've got a full container of pudding already made in the fridge. I go, no, you don't. She goes, we don't? What are you talking? I just saw it. I go, it's gone. She goes, what happened to it? I go, I ate it. You ate it? I go, yeah, it was right. I was hungry. I wanted something to eat. I wanted a snack. That's ridiculous. I go, well, yeah, well, I mean, why can't I eat? Can I not eat? Yeah, but I was saving it. I go, well, how the fuck was I supposed to know? She goes, now we got to get another box. I go, well, go get another fucking box. Whatever. That's what stores are for. This is ridiculous. So, just ridiculous afternoon. All sorts of stupid shit happening. Okay, thank you, Fit Bod, for sponsoring the show. All the time that you have your face buried in the phone, isn't it about time that you got something out of it? The Fit Bod app on your phone, it tells you what to do when you are ready to work out. Okay, you've made a decision. You finally want to do something. The Fit Bod app has everything you need. If you're working out at home, at the gym, with weights, no weights, doesn't matter. This thing is going to get you in shape on a cardiovascular level, heart and lungs, strength, your muscles, your endurance, all of that stuff, and it's going to be fun. You're going to love it. It tracks your fitness, tells you about the goals, how close you are to them, and it modifies itself and the workouts for you based on how you're doing. How? I have no idea. It's that $10,000 word that everybody uses nowadays called algorithm, but this is what I want you to do. This whole thing is free for you to try out, okay? You can try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. Now, if you do fitbod.com, you're going to wreck everything. So don't do that and listen to me for once in your life. Try this for free, fitbod.me/Zane. See for yourself how awesome this is, and my gosh, you're going to get the workouts. Stick with it, okay? You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You're going to get this done, and I believe in you. You can also get 25% off of your subscription and try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. One more time, 25% off your subscription or try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. Now get after it. Okay, you know, losing fitness, gaining weight, that all hurts a person mentally. Honest to God, that can affect your relationships. It's time to turn this thing around. I want to help you feel better. And all you have to do is decide that you want to try. I want you to try this as you're trying to turn things around. It's the Fit Bod app. This thing is amazing. You don't need a ton of weights to do this. You can do it in your home with no weights. You can do it in the middle of nowhere like I do at Fear Bunker North. You can do it at the gym. The workouts are tailored to what you have to work with. And my gosh, they work everything. Muscles, cardiovascular system, you name it. It's time to turn it around, and I want you to do it by using the Fit Bod app. One of the important things about Fit Bod is the algorithm changes, which, you know, those are words that's kind of like above my pay grade, but it senses and knows when you're improving as you work out and updates your fitness plan as you go so that you're not like stagnating and things like that and plateauing. Fitbod has figured it out, and all you have to do for less than the cost of one session with a personal trainer, you can get a full year of personalized workouts with Fitbod. It integrates with your Apple Watch, Wear OS smartwatch, and apps like Apple Health, Fitbit, and Strava. Man, this is incredible. You can crush your summer fitness goals with personalized workouts from Fitbod that improve as you do. Get 25% off your subscription or try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. It's got to be fitbod.me/Zane. Try it out and see for yourself. 25% off your subscription or try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. Fitbod. Over the weekend, Saturday came and went. Saturday night, we had a massive storm cell rip through here. So much, and it was at night, you know? One of those deals. This is the type of deal where when the tornado was spawned from the storm, we didn't see it coming. All I heard was a train. I heard a train sound coming, and I knew we was in trouble. That's what you do. You know, you see the guy on the news. He's standing in front of what was a neighborhood. In the background, you see body bags and shit all over the place. We didn't even know. There was no warning whatsoever. We had no idea. It starts to thunder. I knew we were in trouble because I'm in bed, and all of a sudden I feel this body plop down between us, and it's Benny. And that means storm approaching, because as soon as he hears any rumble of thunder, he's like, oh, boy, I better get in between Mom and Dad and protect them. I'm not scared to death. Oh, fuck. I feel Benny get down between us. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, it's Benny. What the fuck are you doing up here? He never gets on the bed. What the fuck? Oh, is a thunderstorm coming? By the time I get out of bed and wander down the steps, it started raining. This was the type of rain that it's coming down so hard that outside is blurry. What the fuck? And you can see these waves of water in the air moving with the wind. And just kind of like, it's fantastic to watch, you know? And then the trees are like bending in a particular way. I'm like, oh boy, this doesn't look good. And I'm like freaking out that we're going to get some fucking Gaylord Ripper come down here and fuck everything up. I said, well, I'm not going to, okay, I'm scared about a tornado, but I am not standing here looking out this window. It's just going to have to be. And then I stopped worrying about dying and started worrying about how much it's going to cost for a new roof, because I went into my bathroom off my bedroom and I hear the sound of water dripping in my shower. And the shower head doesn't leak. And then I look at the ceiling and there's water coming out of the fucking ceiling. Silver lining, it's dripping into the shower, but there is water in the above the ceiling. So clearly there is a leak somewhere in the roof area. So I'm like, well, how much is a new roof? We're looking at hundreds of dollars, right? I mean, cost of shingles is is way down, right? I mean, petroleum-based product. Yeah, we're looking at least $500 or $600 for a brand new roof for this house. I mean, yeah. The cost of a roof is so expensive that I don't even think anybody in America has paid cash for a new roof in all of the new roofs that have been put on. I mean, it's pretty much, you might as well just get a loan or refinance your house to put a new roof on. It's almost like the roof is 99% of the cost of a house, it seems like. It's so fucking expensive. Corey says, I just got a metal roof. Never have to think about it again. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm actually like looking at it. I'm watching the little drip of water bead and then fall. And then I look back up and it's beading again and it falls. And then I swear on a stack of King James Bibles, it's like the interval was like 5 seconds. And then it seemed like it was 10 seconds. I'm like, what? So it's dripping. And it was as the intensity of the rain was subsiding. It seemed like it quickly was stopping. I'm like, well, I don't know, man. It no doubt is a bad sign. But it was really coming down. I've never seen it rain this hard since we've lived in this house. So in the back of my head, I'm like, maybe the rain was just forcing into one particular spot that I can just go, fuck it for another 10 years. I don't want to pay the $600 for a new roof. I would guess a roof on this house will be $15,000 to $25,000. That's my guess. Brian Hallelujah, my next door neighbor, just had it done last year. New roof. And I'm trying to get up the nerve to say, hey, Brian, will that roof set you back? Not that it's rude to ask someone about that. But I just don't want the bad news. So, all right. That happened. So, that's the type of thing. I am such an anxious little troll that type of news just freaks me out. And I'm like laying in bed going, oh my God, this is the worst day of my life. I just saw a drip of water going from the ceiling down to the shower. And it just wrecks me. Didn't sleep again. It was horrible. Sunday. Okay. Sunday happens. By the time we got done with the Dirt Sundays, I'm exhausted. And I'm like, it's 7 p.m. and like my eyes are closing. I'm like, it's 7 p.m. I am set up to go to bed. I haven't had a nap. I haven't drank any coffee late in the day. I can fall asleep for the first time in weeks. I've been so unbelievably stressed. I have potential. Please, no one send me an email that pushes me over the edge. I just want to get to sleep. And I'm like, don't look at it. Don't look at the email. And I'm like, I'm having this conversation with myself again. It's like, hey, not you again. Yeah, it's me. What do you want? I want you to go to the email and see how everybody hates you. No, I want to get to sleep. Yeah, but you got to be curious. Come on, give in to that urge. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. Pussy. So then I'm like, okay, I'm not doing it. And I took the melatonin too. There was stuff I'm not supposed to, and it worked. Oh my God, everything was perfect. Sometimes the best show prep is a solid night's sleep, and I feel good. So thank you for being here as part of the Eric Zane Show podcast. There are people watching in several spots: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, Twitch. The Twitch stream is uninterrupted. Fortunately for Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, I got to send you guys on your way. And I do that so that you can get a little taste of the show. But if you want the full show, you have to sign up on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. That's it. And then at this point in the show, you'll be like, hey, I'm still getting the show. Okay, so go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live and hit the follow button so you know when I go live. It'll give you a little notification, Eric's going live. And then that's it. And then you can be done with the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter thing. Okay? And if you ever want to download the show, the audio podcast afterwards, it is available wherever you download podcasts. So thank you very much. I will send you on your way. Facebook and Twitch, brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Now, fixing destroyed brake lines on old trucks. That's something they always did, but thank you to them. They did a hell of a job repairing the embellisher so that it lives to fight another day. They also told me, hey, you got a little bit of fluid leaking out of that transmission. You need that gasket repaired. And that oil pan, it's also leaking a little. You might want to get that repaired, but it can wait. Thank you. That's what I love about them. All right. That's who's bringing you the Twitch stream and the Facebook page. Thank you. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for this show. And YouTube brought to you by Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance. I had a chance over the weekend to see Kenny. Kenny in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee, came up here and visited. And then I saw him on Friday, actually. And I'm a little bit amazed at this feat of endurance and strength by the man, Kenny, I think, has oftentimes described himself as like almost narcoleptic, falls asleep quite easily because he has sometimes a tough time sleeping because like apnea, which is an absolute bitch. And that keeps you from getting like true sleep at night because you're constantly waking up because you're not breathing. So my man will be sitting there during the day and he's like, oh, fuck, I got to take a nap, man. Shit, man, I don't want to get away from this Defender video game because I'm working on a high score, man. I'm a mutant slayer. I don't want to quit, but I gotta go sleep. This fucker drives hours up to Michigan, like stays there for like 2 days, and then drives hours back. How he didn't, drive 5 minutes and then immediately pass out is beyond me. But on the way back, Kenny was involved in a news story. Oh shit. Hold on a second. There you go. One injured after wrong way crash on I-96. That was not Kenny, but the person who called 911 was Kenny. He was the witness. And he was the one who was the first responder. I know we got some experts on the show who can get that 911 call through a Freedom of Information Act request. So if you guys want to go get that, Kenny, you're a liar. You didn't really call. This is a lie, Kenny. Go suck a big black dick.
Hello.
How the hell did you not fall asleep while driving?
I do not know.
What time did you leave Michigan to get back?
Well, first of all, that wreck was the early hours of Sunday morning, so it wasn't on my drive back home.
Okay. Wait, what?
Yeah. I was I had a really late night Saturday night, and so it was like 3 a.m. Sunday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this wasn't okay. That's what I was confused by.
Yeah.
Kenny, we don't care why you called 911. We need to know when that happened.
Yeah, it was like 3:01, 3:02 a.m. Right around there.
That was Tyler. He wanted to know that. That's very important to the story.
Oh.
Okay, that's what's fucked me up because I was like, oh fuck. Well, first of all, it was good to see you. That was really, really great.
Yeah, it was just, brief, but it was good to see you and Diana and talk a little bit. That was cool.
At the last second, I was, the limo company reached out to me and said, hey, buddy, we want you to do a limo job, so I had to kick you out.
Yeah, you were like, get the fuck out.
But it was cool. I was glad to see you. Now, all right, so you came, you went, and then you witnessed. You were in a construction zone, I guess. Can you take us through what you saw in this news story?
Yeah, that was. First of all, I've never seen anything like this, man. And it was in an area that I had driven previously in the day, and I remember being like, why is there only one lane of travel? I'm not used to interstates being shut down to that extreme, even when there is construction. I'm used to always at least 2 lanes. So that's where I'm remembering, like, wait, I was on that side earlier, and it was like, you know, a parking lot. It took forever to get through the area.
Right.
So I'm realizing I'm just, you know, tracing back on the steps I took earlier in the day, and there's a little hill at one point, and I could see brake lights on the other side traveling the same direction, and it occurred to me where I was and everything, and I just started to panic, like, holy crap, this is bad. You know, like, wishing there was something more you can't do anything other than just observe at that point, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And it was raining and storming all night, and there was lightning flashing and all, but I did see a couple of quick brighter flashes, and obviously that was an oncoming car trying to get their attention, and I like cringed and tensed up, and then nothing happened. So somehow they avoided each other, but then less than probably 20, 30 seconds later, it was like the exact same thing. There was lightning flashing in the distance, but then there was brighter flashes really fast. So it was another oncoming vehicle, obviously trying to warn them and get their attention, something.
Yeah.
And then all of the headlights and everything went ape shit, and I knew it went down.
Holy fuck, man. So you actually saw this thing happen, and then you're like, motherfucker. So you're on a one-lane road, though, so it's very difficult for you to actually stop and take part in this.
See, all I could do was pull over. It happened on a curve area of I-96. It was curving to my right, and fortunately, there was a break in all of the orange barrels or whatever, and I could pull over off and kind of have my passenger side tires onto some grass, and I just hit my hazards and dialed 911. And, I mean, I've only called 911 maybe once before ever, so I'm also thinking, how do I accurately tell them where this is, because I don't know the area and I don't see a mile marker
you
in
have
front
no
of me
idea.
or
Yes.
anything.
You're completely in the dark. You are the wrong guy to have call 911 at this point. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? He doesn't even know where he is.
Yeah, I tried to make sure they knew immediately. Like, all I could tell them was what I see to the left and right of me on my GPS.
Right.
'Cause I'm not from the area, and I did that. And wow, kudos to them, because they were there like really, really quickly.
Shit. Now,
Yeah, I hung out to make sure I saw police and everything show up, but I thought it was really weird. I never saw an ambulance, and I remember thinking, is that good or bad, you know?
So, after you realize that they're there, you're like, all right, I got to get the fuck out of here, right?
Well, I hung out for a little bit. At one point, I noticed there was an officer behind me with their lights on, stopped. And I thought, well, they're wondering, is there any problem with me? Probably. So I just rolled down my window and stuck out my thumbs up, tried to make like an okay symbol. But then I'm like, oh, I don't want to seem racist. So I went back to the thumbs up. And they rolled up slowly and asked, you know, if I was okay and if I was just stopped because of what had happened over there. And I told them, yeah, I'm fine. I saw it happen. I called it in, so I was just hanging out. And then they took off.
Joe writes, hey, did you say, hey, while you're here, my back?
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. It just seems funny. Okay, Kenny. Now, I see that I was reading the story that there was, let's see, one person taken to the hospital. The driver who was hit was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, and the wrong way driver was not seriously injured. But did you actually hear impact when you were doing it? When you saw it all unfold?
No, because I had music blasting, you know.
Yeah, you're listening to some shit.
And I was probably about 20 feet behind on the other side. So
now the wrong way driver was arrested and charged with operating while intoxicated. So some drunk fuck manages to do that. Son of a bitch. Boy, you were out very, very late, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
But that's crazy that you were out so late. It's almost like you had something going on, Kenny.
I did. I had an amazing weekend meeting up with someone, and we hit it off. So
Are you saying that there is a lady Michigan resident who made a really great new friend with our old pal Kenny?
Yes, and made it very hard to drive back home, honestly.
That sounds fantastic.
Dude, it was amazing. I have never had an experience like this. It's an unforgettable weekend all around. Just nothing but good vibes, man. Really. In the midst of all the chaos.
I can't believe that you and Amanda finally found common ground.
Oh, see, you had to go there.
It's not Amanda.
No, Amanda met her. We got, there was get-togethers and stuff, and a bunch of people was at Applebee's in Grand Haven, and so we were there.
But you and Amanda got along fine.
Me and Amanda can get along just fine.
Yeah,
yes,
I know.
Sir.
I love Amanda. Amanda makes me so happy.
Amanda's great.
Hey, I'm very happy with this. This is spectacular.
It is spectacular, and I am going to have to be back up in Michigan pretty soon.
Attaboy, Kenny. Attaboy. I'm proud of you. That's fantastic. I want good things to happen to you. I really do. I mean, seriously, if anybody did, you need a strong string of wins, and that's great. I'm happy.
Yeah, man. I'm on cloud nine, kind of like expecting. At some points, I was like, am I being pranked? Or am I going to, is this a dream? I'm going to wake up now, that kind of stuff. So it was quite a great experience, Kent. That's all I can say,
Now, for a little bit of background, this sweet soul has been a listener for a long time, and then somehow just struck up a conversation with you online, right?
Yeah, I don't want to say too much, she goes back a ways, listening back to, pre-beer and hot wings and BBL days. Apparently, to sum it up, she added me as a friend on Facebook, as a number of people did years ago from Michigan, and I just, kind of accepted them all, like, cool, all right, listeners of the show, and apparently she had a crush on me, and it was kind of mutual because of taking a deep dive into her Facebook pictures a few times and thought she was cute, and
Kenny, you're kind of adorable. I just want to say that. I just want to say that. I don't know if it's the hillbilly thing or the gentle approach. And you're kind of like one of those squishmallows that all the kids play with.
Oh my God.
So,
dude, Kelsey is obsessed with those.
Yeah,
she is gonna laugh when I tell her that you called her daddy that.
Yeah, you are, Kenny. You're kind of a squishmallow, and I am,
and I look like one too. Holy shit! Damn,
right.
That treadmill is calling my name, man.
No, don't do it.
Oh no, I got you, man.
Seriously, it's probably better for you in the long run. Okay, well, real good, buddy. I'll talk to you, and thanks again. And I'm glad everybody was okay.
Oh yeah, and then just when it comes to that wreck, I'm just thankful that I did not witness any deaths or serious injuries. I was really panicked about that, and that was a crazy experience in the middle of unforgettable weekend. That was weird.
Kenny, you're a good man. I'm glad you were on the scene.
Yep, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to call it in at least and get them some help. Quickly. Yeah. That's all I could do at that point. So,
okay, man.
Sure.
Really good.
All right, man. Good talk to you. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, man, buddy. See you. 911, what is your emergency? Yeah, I was just driving. It's a one-lane road, and I don't know where I'm at. But anyway, I think something... hang on a second. Yeah, well, anyway, I was just driving down the road thinking about my high score on Defender and listening to fucking Slipknot, and son of a bitch, crazy motherfucker is going the wrong way on the other lane. And I was like, oh, hey, Sir, a little less details. Just where are you? I don't know, man. GPS tells me I'm on a road. I just following the blue line. I just saw a woman and I got a fucking heart on. So I don't know. Ow! So anyway, yeah, where was I? The important thing. Let me tell you about the high score on Dig Dug I got. Anyway, sir, we just need to know what is your emergency. Well, anyway. The show is available on Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Oops. I think I just called Kenny again. I don't want to do that. Oh, hang on. Had a little booger there. Did you hear that? Patreon.com/Eric Zane. If you like what I do here and you want to help the show grow in case of the next vet emergency, sign up on my Patreon. Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. $5 or $10 a month gets you more content there than you get here. It makes a great accompaniment to the free podcast. And obviously, I got to fill up the spots after the bush pruning that went down yesterday. I was talking with one of the audience members, and I said to him, we're trimming a bush. The bush is being trimmed. He goes, yep. And after you trim it, it looks like shit. And then 2 months later, it looks fantastic. I go, yep, that's what's going on. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. And thank you to the new people who've signed up. And there has been plenty since Friday. Really spectacular. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. My old roommate, Jason Hanko, signed up. Thank you, Jason. I'm going to put you on the show. Polo Paul signed up last night. Thank you to Mitch for coming back. Allison upped her pledge. Joseph Blazak, you Polak. Brandon N., thank you so much. Matthew signed up for a yearly. I appreciate that very much. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV, bringing you the open. Mentioned earlier about the brakes thing, 616-532-6600. They are absolutely fantastic. There has been a change for the car show to benefit CASA of Kent County. It is now happening on September 17th, which I think is also the date of the roast of Carl and Vinny in Rochester, New York. So I'm double booked, but Irvine's going to win out on that deal 100 out of 100 times. No problem. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, 616-532-6600, located strategically in the center of Grand Rapids, 4 blocks east of US 131, side street called Stafford. You can see it right there. Their offices are actually across the street from the ongoing construction as they double the size of their facility. And anyway, just reach out to them. You can get more information on their website, ERVines, ERVINES, irvines.com. Thank you to A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Joe Martinez, Senor Martinez, an absolute legend in heating and cooling. Makes me so happy. I'm so glad I have him. By the way, Joe, you got to get over here because we got to bleed those lines, those hot water lines in my sunroom. Remember they sprung a leak? Well, there's a shit ton of air in the line. So that's something. I got to call you. 616-516-8579. All right. I also need a handyman. I need another handyman. If anybody does handyman stuff, reach out to me. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Because Kyle's out. Kyle has his full-time job now. And so I need somebody else to do the handyman stuff. 616-516-8579 for Joe Martinez. Okay, I'm all over the place on these ads. A couple more things about A&E Heating and Cooling. We're approaching August. We've got another month and a half of cooling with the AC. This could be a great time for you to think about installing a new air conditioner. Joe will install the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and ACs. The absolute best in the business. Reach out, 616-516-8579. Loving my friends over at the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. Great team over there. That might be who I have to call about getting the money for the new roof. Fuck. My roof is so fucked up that if there is a leak, the only way to get to it, because it's so fucking steep, is, it's like you have to build infrastructure just to get up there. Shit! Anyway, you need money out of your home to pay bills. 231-332-6505. 231-332-6505. Whether it's your first mortgage, your 10th, whatever you need, or a refi, they will help you. 231-332-6505. All right. Back to the Kenny impression of the 911 call. Hey, sorry, I hurt my back while I was dialing. I saw some titties. Oh, my back. I see Joe Martinez is here. Joe wrote, "You cut out. What do you need?" I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Kenny did not see titties. He wants to make that perfectly clear. He is going to do his best to just keep this. Kenny's gonna play this smart, and he's just gonna take it easy. Everyone's rooting for Kenny to just have a wonderful, healthy, loving relationship. No one doesn't. Everybody feels that way. We're just a stupid bunch. That's all this is. We want a win for Kenny. She is in the group enjoying the show. I don't know who that is. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. This person wrote, "He really is adorable." First time chat. That might be the one. You might be the one. The devil within. Uh-oh. I think we found the lady that Kenny was spending time with this weekend. That's my vote. All right. Enough of this. Oh, shit, man. He found you out. Okay. Some limo work this weekend, like I indicated. I haven't driven a limo in forever. Hell, one of them burnt to the ground. But so I'm actually sitting there with Kenny, and then the folks from Affordable Limousine said, "Hey, we have a sudden job that just popped. Do you want it? It's in Holland. It's $425." I go, "What time's pickup?" 6. I go, "Fuck me. Are you kidding me?" I go, "By the time I get showered, all right, it's cutting it close. I'm going to have to hustle." I go, "All right, I'll take it." So then the clock is ticking. I go, "Kenny, you can stay here. I don't give a shit, but I'm going upstairs. I got to get showered." And so then I go up the steps, all right? And Diana is in there, and I hear, and this is what I hear. "So anyway, as I was saying, if you traverse right on screen number 6 on Dig Dug, and you get down to the deep earth, your weapon will be extra effective, and you can blow up the bad guys. And if you play your cards right, they'll fall and land on each other. You're going to get triple points. So that's all what's on. And this is like going on. And like I'm naked, getting my clothes, jump in the shower, turn on the shower, turn off the shower, and I hear, and that's how I got the high score on Frogger. Turn the water back on, take the shower, shower shuts off, walk out of the bathroom. I'm in the bedroom, and I hear, so anyway, it was good seeing you, mate. Diana, yeah, that's right. I love your Miss Pac-Man game, by the way. That's a good one. And then he was on his way. I got my shit together, and I actually went out the door holding on to my suit coat. But I had to, like, get dressed while driving. Jump in the truck. Drive opposite direction to Grand Rapids to the garage. I reached out to Justin. I go, dude, I'm pushing it. If you expect me to get all the way to the lake shore, that's a 45-minute drive from Grand Rapids. I need the car gassed, running with my paperwork in the front seat so I can park the truck and literally jump into the front seat of the sedan and get the fuck out. Limousine. I need ice in there because they're going to have drinks. Okay, great. I get in that thing and it says I'm going to get there. I have to be there at 6 and it says 6:10. I go, oh, fuck. So I call the people. Dude picks up. I go, Mr. So-and-so, I'm your driver. I'm Eric. And I just got the job, and I am speeding, and I'm going to try to get there at 6, but I might be a handful of minutes late. I just want to let you know. No problem. I'm like, oh, thank God, they're cool. These are cool people. And he goes, yeah, if you need us to walk out down the driveway to flag you in, we will. And I go, what? Okay, this must be like a right on the beach house. So as I'm getting close, I realize I am in one of the wealthiest areas in the entire state region. And it's a long driveway, and I had to back it in, which was a pain in the ass, and it's right on this sand dune. On the other side of the dune is a lake, and I'm at the bottom of this driveway looking up at this absolute mansion. And I get the storyline. The family gets together for a weekend getaway at the vacation house on this lake. We're talking multi-millions of dollars for this house. And it's the type of house that's got like 3 or 4 levels. And with decking all around it. You know it's someone rich as shit when they've got, like when there's, in the olden days when the president would go from town to town on a train, and then he'd stand on the back, on the caboose, and there'd be that red, white, and blue half moon draping. And he'd stand above it and wave at everybody and say, thank you, vote for me. They've got those under each window, like for decoration. Looks spectacular. And I'm like, this looks like a getaway house for, like, the president. And what these folks are doing is mom and dad, who have the cash, have 3 daughters. And the daughters are all married. And they all decided at the last minute to just go out to eat at some great restaurant nearby. And what the hell? Let's get a limo. So they pay like big cash for this to happen. And here I am, and I'm like, oh my God. Now, let me tell you this. No matter with this amount of money, you're going to expect, and I don't know why this is, when people are this wealthy, they're just beautiful. This is how the wealthy continue to breed with beautiful people. When they're wealthy, you can score the best dude or chick. That's it. The mom and dad are absolute stone cold stunners. They're in their 50s or 60s. They don't look like it. You see, when you're super rich, you don't get old and you stay attractive. And I'm like, oh, my God, look at these two. They look like $1 million. And then the daughters, mom and dad had 3 daughters. And I'm like, holy shit. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I'm trying not to look. They're so pretty. And I'm like looking around like, oh, what a house. Hey, I'm so glad to be. My name is Eric. Come on into my ride. Come on in. Have a seat. Okay. Get yourselves a drink. Doing the whole limo thing. And and then their boyfriends / husbands are all like fucking Brad Pitt. And I'm like, holy shit. So I got 4 couples. They all look fantastic. They're in my car. And they're popping the champagne and listen to 80s rock, yacht rock. That's what you do. And here I am driving. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. So easy job. They eat. I pick them up. We head over to a brewery after for a night. They get a nightcap. They go, you want to come in? I go, nah, I don't. No, I'm just going to sit in the car and listen to my Patreon. So I did that and called a couple people. And then I went ahead and they get in the car and they go, we want ice cream. Captain Sunday. Captain Sunday. I go, you fuck yes, we're going to Captain Sunday. What's the address? Holy shit. Looking up Captain Sunday. And then they go, oh no, Captain Sunday's closed, motherfucker. I go, oh, man, fucking shit. This is terrible news. So then they go, can you stop at the party store? We got to get ice cream. I go, you goddamn right we're going to stop and get ice cream. So drop them off. They all come out. They probably spent $100 on ice cream alone. They come out. They go, we got you something, Eric. I go, thank God. This is fucking great, man. So I've had a hell of a Friday. It was an absolutely awesome Friday. So, eat my ice cream, and then I drop them off, and they gave me way too much money for a tip. Way too much money. And I'm like, what? And my eyes just pop, and I go, this is incredible. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And off they went into the night. That was it. It was spectacular. I've missed that. I haven't done that in forever. Shit. What a day. What a day. Who does Eric listen to on Patreon? Well, on Friday, I was listening to me on Patreon. And I don't ever listen to my own shit. But on that day, I did. I was talking to one of the moles. And I said, I've listened to this 5 times. And I don't listen to me. Ever. But I had to listen to that. All right. Everybody thinks you're adorable, Kenny. Aram says, Eric listened to his own show. Nice. I listened to it about 5 times, too. It was something. Not going to lie. It was something. All right. Peter Meyer is running for the United States House of Representatives. He was in this. Oh, wait a minute. Let me back up. I got one more thing I want to get to before I get to that story. We were at that brewery, and there's a food truck out in front of the brewery. And it's run by black men. And so the black men are making food, and they're listening to cool rap music. My white patrons get out, and they started dancing with black people. So rich people, rich white hot chicks are grinding on black guys. It was fantastic. They're shooting video, they're taking pictures, and it was great. So these three black guys having a good time with my customers, and then they go in, have a drink, they come back out, and they dance more with black people. And then they get into the car, and I go, you guys have a good night. And he goes, hey, man, you got a card? You got a card? I want to hire you. And I go, actually, I don't, but it's the number's on the door. I go, and he goes, all right. And he gets out his phone, and he, like, takes a picture of the door. He goes, how much does this all cost? And so I kind of like closed the door, and I told him what these people were paying. He goes, that's not bad at all, motherfucker. I go, I know it. It's great. And then he goes, are you 420 friendly? And so I guess that's what you ask when you want to know if you can smoke pot in the car. And I go, I don't think so. So we don't allow anybody to smoke anything in the car. That's not going to work. So he was like, So that might have been a deal breaker. And then he starts telling me a story about with him and all of his pals went on a ride to Milwaukee and they smoked pot the entire way there. And he's telling me that story in only a way that a black guy can. And it was awesome. And then he starts telling me about his cannabis and CBD business that he had just up the road. And I go, yeah, business is booming in Michigan. And he's like, motherfucking shit, yeah. So that all happened. Are you 420 friendly? I posted on Facebook, moving on, the story about how the guy that was in the studio said right there, I had him in here, and I forget why. I think it was Justin Amash turned on Trump and Republicans and became an independent, which made it he was going to vacate his House of Representatives seat. He would have no chance of winning as an independent. Where I live, the locals blindly support the Republicans. Okay? It is an incredibly conservative stronghold. Even faced with the utter stupidity and absurd law breaking and conspiracy of Trump and lies, people here still love to vote Republican, conservative. Peter Meyer runs for the Amash seat. I had him in here to talk about it. He was a Trump supporter. They were all Trump supporters running for that seat. Meyer wins the seat. He's sworn in, and then shortly thereafter, the asshole convention at the Capitol takes place. It isn't long before that he starts to denounce Trump. And he was one of the handful of the members, the Republican members of the House of Representatives, to condemn him and vote for impeachment. So at this point, he has turned on Trump. Well, he's up for re-election in November? Yeah. In November, he's up for re-election. And so it's very interesting. Will he win? Will he be able to survive? I mean, he has all of the money in the world. Meyer is a very famous name. And he feels that he should be able to keep his job. But will the turning on Trump affect things? Now, I don't think it should. I would say that would be a reason to vote for Peter Meyer because he's turned on Trump. I've turned on Trump. I voted for Trump. I wouldn't vote for him now, and I can't stand that fucker. He's fucking crazy. But anyway, I'm bringing this up because Meyer has an ad out. And the ad is pretty interesting. I want to play it for you here. And I don't even know if I can get to it. I'm kind of fucked up right now. Okay, there it is. This is the ad.
I'm Peter Meyer. In the Army, I learned that when something needs to be done, it's better to seek forgiveness than to ask permission. No hesitation, go with your gut.
That's like Top Gun. If you saw Top Gun Maverick, that's what Maverick said.
Be done. It's better to seek forgiveness than to ask permission. No hesitation. Go with your gut. I made Biden furious when I went to Afghanistan to expose his botched withdrawal. The ACLU sued me for stopping a drag show that exploited the vulnerable.
Okay, that's what I want to touch on. The ACLU sued me because I stopped a drag show exploiting the vulnerable.
Botched withdrawal. The ACLU sued me for stopping a drag show that exploited the vulnerable. But I don't bend to threats or liberal lawsuits. I'm conservative veteran Peter Meyer, and I approve this message because West Michigan deserves a congressman who gets the job done, no matter the cost.
Okay. What he's referring to there, and so he's running on, hey, you know what? I'm for you because the ACLU sued me. The American Civil Liberties Union. That's right. Those people, a nonprofit organization founded over 100 years ago to defend and preserve the individual rights and liberties guaranteed to every person in this country by the Constitution and laws of the United States. So it seems to me that if you were to announce, hey, the ACLU is suing me, that would be a negative. But not here. Not here, because it's involving a drag show. And the only thing worse than being a bigot in West Michigan is, I guess, this. Supporting a drag show? Okay. What went on in this story was, if you remember, because we talked about this, it was a drag show in Grand Rapids. And it was at a venue. By the way, Adnan writes, he's a veteran. Hope he doesn't wear one of those stupid veteran hats. It's true. Back when this all unfolded, a drag show was at a venue owned by Peter Meyer. He canceled it because he did not approve of what they were doing as a form of expression. Specifically, the drag show, some of the performers had Down syndrome. And he said they are exploiting that. And that could not be further from the truth. It was a drag show. Yes, some of the members of the organization did have Down syndrome, but they participated and they loved it. And the moms and the dads and the relatives of the people that were performing said, my loved one loves to do this. And it was giving off the vibe that Meyer and this whole banning of it was giving off the vibe that, the people dress up in drag and they have Down syndrome, and then everybody makes them eat their shit and they throw stuff at them, and it couldn't be further from the truth. It was known as DisArt, D-I-S, DisArt. Grand Rapids-based organization sponsored the event. They ended up going to another venue, the Wealthy Theater. It was previously scheduled to be at this other building owned by Peter. He said he would not permit the Drag Syndrome, it's called Drag Syndrome, a London, England-based drag troupe whose members have Down syndrome, to use the venue because of concerns over exploitation of the vulnerable. He also said he was unsure whether Drag Syndrome's performers are giving or are in a position to give their full and informed consent. Now, I don't know how many, if he, with the line, I'm unsure whether Drag Syndrome's performers are giving or in a position to give their full and informed consent. Did you try to find out, Peter Meyer? Did you approach them and have a conversation with the people involved or their extended family? That's what I would have done. And so there's people saying, no, he's a fucking bigot. And I don't know how you argue with that. The outpouring of support and love has truly been fantastic. We are so grateful for to the Wealthy Theater for opening their doors to the members of Drag Syndrome, said the creative director for the event. So he got sued, and now that's what he's bragging about in his ad. Hey, I'm so conservative, I was sued by the ACLU. Now, what's interesting to me is if you're pointing out on a campaign ad to promote you, hey, everybody, you should vote for me. Why? Because the American Civil Liberties Union sued me. You know, those people fighting for the rights of Americans everywhere. Only in West Michigan would that, because you know people are going to watch and go, oh, fuck, man. He shut down a drag show and was sued by the ACLU. Well, I'm going to vote for that motherfucker. I find that to be disgusting, frankly. So I think Meyer is trying to flex his conservative muscle through that bullshit because he denounced Trump. He smells fear or he has fear in his heart that, oh my God, I might fuck this up and I might not be reelected because I did not support Trump. And I don't even know if that has as much clout these days as it used to. Some people think it does. Some people think it doesn't. We shall see. But he's actually promoting, I was sued by the ACLU. Unbelievable. All right. Enough of that. Thank you so much for the Kent County Health Department being on board with the show. AccessKent.com/health. If you need information on vaccinations, things like that, I appreciate you reaching out to them. If you are traveling anywhere abroad, you need to go there to determine if wherever you're going, you need a vaccination. If you have little ones going back to school and you're not sure if they're up to date on all their vaccinations, and it might be hard getting those vaccinations because of cost, reach out to the Kent County Health Department. AccessKent.com/health. TC Paintball. Looking forward to talking with Rick from TC Paintball today. TCPaintballGR.com. If you want to schedule an event, drop in for open play, whatever it may be, TC Paintball. If you're looking to schedule a party on a Saturday, you're going to have to make that in advance because they are booked solid every Saturday. TCPaintballGR.com. God willing, we'll be doing paintball again very soon. I will keep you informed. Thank you very much to TC Paintball, longtime supporter, back when it all got started, and I appreciate you very much. Same for Blue Frost IT. Been there for a long, long time. Blue Frost IT online at bluefrostit.com. So you have a small or a medium-sized business, and the tech goes south, and you're like, I can't make any money without my computers. I should have probably have had them as a managed IT service provider to begin with in case this happens, but whatever. Reach out to them and get your shit fixed. 616-200-8550. That might mean an upgrade on your tech. It starts with a complimentary 30-minute consultation with Alan about what your business needs are. He's going to help you upgrade the technology, and then he's going to help you set it up, and then he's transitioning you to a managed IT service provider role. That costs you a handful of dollars each month depending on the amount of tech you have. I am a customer of Alan's and Ashland's at Blue Frost IT. I've never had to reach out and say, hey, I got an issue. I take it back. I have, and then they log in remotely and take care of it. And I've never missed a day of work because I have them in my back pocket. 616-200-8550 if you need to know more information about that. Hang on. I need water. Okay. The rising and the setting of the sun is stuck in Congress. Do you remember when the Senate introduced a bill to eliminate daylight savings time? I take it back. So that we would have permanent daylight savings time. Now, what this would mean is in the winter, in the morning, the sun is rising later on the clock. For years, twice a year, we move the clock. Fall back, spring forward, that whole deal. Senators said this thing's archaic and enough. This is a stupid thing, and there's massive problems. And I mean, I don't necessarily buy that there's massive problems, but they say there's studies that exist that it massively affects people's moods, and it is an obsolete thing that we do not need to have changing of the clocks. So the Senate, it breezed through easily. And it's like, I don't give a shit for me. I know that in the wintertime, the sun sets very early around here. The exchange is that earlier in the morning, the sun will rise. You just don't get as much daylight in the wintertime. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. In fact, I remember talking about this. I was like, why do we have to have this in Congress? Why can't the president just say, all right, I'm going live like I do here, and hit a button and say, hey, we're not doing that anymore. But this is a perfect example of how government fucks everything up. They have to get approval from both chambers of the House, and it has to wind up on the president's desk, and he has to sign it. So it takes forever. What a pain in the ass. So the Senate, it breezed through in the Senate. And in the House, it appears to be stuck. What? The main impediments dimming the legislation's chances of passing appear to be fundamental disagreements over its language and general consensus that other matters take precedence. So essentially, bullshit. Other matters take precedence. So the idea is, I don't want to deal with this problem until we take care of abortion or whatever. Okay, you ever if you have a big project, sometimes you want to take care of the little ones to get a little momentum before you get into the next project? What's wrong with that? Diana's like, I wish you'd do that around here. Matters that take precedence as the House grapples with high inflation, gun massacres, and fending off judicial threats on issues such as abortion and marriage equality. Well, wait a minute. We don't want to go into this one until we deal with inflation, gun massacres. Jesus, those are going to take forever. You're never going to get those done. Get one thing done. Can't say it's a priority, said Representative Frank Malone, Democrat of New Jersey, the chairman of the House Energy and Commerce Committee. We have so many other priorities, but it doesn't mean because it's not a priority that we're not trying to work on it. We are, he said, if we can accomplish anything, it wouldn't be until the fall. My God, just do it. How much time could it possibly take? I understand it has to go through discussions and whatever, and votes, but just fucking do it. Get it out of the way. Accomplish something. The legislation would not take effect until November of 2023. So not this November, but the next November. Calls for the abandoning the process of changing clocks twice a year. All right. I have to abandon that story. It's about all of it because I have to make an important phone call. All right. This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Of course. One more try. Oh, no, get serious. It's a live show. Sometimes these things happen. All right. Now, I don't know how that is. Yesterday at 6:58 p.m., I texted Bill Simonson, "What time can I call you tomorrow?" He asks, "What time are you on?" I wrote 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Call me at 9:30. Perfect. And now apparently his phone is dead. Hey, Siri. Text Bill Simonson.
What do you want to say?
Hey, ding dong! Exclamation point. Where are you? Question mark. I just called your number and it said that your phone is disconnected. Period. What the hell is going on? Question mark.
Your message to Bill Simonson says, "Hey ding dong, where are you? I just called your number and it said that your phone is disconnected. What the hell is going on?"
Want me to send it? Yes. Of course. I was so excited about that. Off to a rough start with my appearance on the Bill Simonson show. Bill Simonson Soul is what I just said. Jesus. Oh, he just missed call. Okay. Who knows?
What are you doing?
Hi, Bill.
What'd my phone say?
It said, "Your call cannot be completed as dialed."
I think I got on that stupid focus, and then I try and click out of it. I get that from a bunch of people. That stupid focus I have on the damn phone. I hate it.
Hey, did you have a good weekend with the kids?
Yeah, I did. I had a good weekend, man. Just busy, with both of them playing, into high school now, sports, and just my weeks with them are crazy. But it's good. It's really good.
Hey, let me ask you this, because what grade is Legend in?
All three will be in high school this year. Legend will be a freshman. Ace is a sophomore. Ava will be a senior, believe it or not, going back to your bus stop karaoke days.
That's unbelievable.
When she was, 11 or 12.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, just I one of those videos popped up on Facebook Memories, and I loved what you did with the bus stop karaoke. I still marvel at how comfortable and non-nervous she was. The best thing I remember is one morning she's going to get a orthodontist, and she had seen your car when we were leaving one day. Like, you parked out front by the meters, and I go, "That's Eric's car," and she goes, "God, for somebody famous, you would think he'd have a better car."
Of course.
And then so that next morning, or the next Monday, whenever it was, she goes, "I got to call Eric. I got to talk to him about his car." And she brought that up.
Yeah.
She was one of the few people, Eric, I've ever heard in your entire broadcasting career that could silence you.
Yes.
It was amazing.
It was devastating, and I imagine she's that much more of a dynamo.
Ooh, buddy, she's a handful. Ava is 16 going on 57.
She's probably going to be filthy rich because of those attributes one day.
You know what? And she's she's gone through the cycle of what teenagers go through, where she's played soccer all the first 3 years on varsity at FHE, and I think she's now going to play basketball her senior year. And these kids go through those stages. You've done it, and you and Diana have done a good job. You and the cable guy raising your kids, and
Yeah.
Is that your daughter? My cable guy's coming in, and I'm like, do you know Eric Zane? I go. He goes, no. I go, well, okay. Anyways, is that the stages they go through where they want to be rebels, and then all of a sudden, right around the start or that summer before their senior year, they decide to get really mature. Right.
Yeah. Not only that, but mom and dad are idiots.
I'm idiots with my children.
Right.
And then I'm that type of guy, Eric. I think you're the same way, where I know what stage you're going through, because when I turned 16, I didn't want to talk to my mom. I didn't want to listen to coaches. Didn't want to listen to teachers.
Yeah.
Yet when my kids do that to me, I take it real personal. Like, I'm like, you want to be, not that I'm insecure, but that you want to be accepted. And all of a sudden they're like, I come up with names for all their friends, like, hey, what's up, H-Man? Hey, D-Dog. And son's going, my son's going, what are you doing? My friends think you're weird.
I know how it is. It's incredible. But do you think any of those kids will have an opportunity to play college sports?
I think if Ava, John Conlon, the legendary high school coach in the area, said if Ava trained, that's just, physical strength, running for the next year. He said Ava could, any D1 school in America would want her. She's still that good. She's still that good in soccer. And she got into snowboarding. She got into all this other stuff, and which kids do. And she's very social and has a ton of friends. And, I'm not going to fault her. She's doing well in school. Ace is the one you haven't seen in a while. Ace is 6'2", 260, going to be a sophomore at Forest Hills Eastern. Wow. And he's going to he plays varsity football again. Came up as a freshman, and he plays defensive tackle, right tackle. He's a big kid, 4-point student, trains hard. Then Legend went out for Coach Scott Green's Forest Hills Eastern varsity soccer program. But being a freshman and he's still a little guy, he'll probably play JV, but he loves it. And 3 kids in high school, and I have mixed emotions. There's that melancholy feel that your kids are all in high school, and then you're kind of like, man, I'm 4 years from freedom.
Oh, dude. Yeah. And then, you know what? Then it's on. Full-time search for the next Mrs. Simonson.
Well, that search will begin with a woman at least 20 years younger than me.
Well, that's funny you mention that, because Diana has some lovely big-boned friends who would love to go on a date with you.
Big bone. I like big bone girls, and I cannot lie.
Yes. If you're into husky, we got a couple nice husky girls.
First off, when I heard husky when I was shopping at Kmart when you're younger, if you're in the husky section, you're a fat ass. Oh,
all right. Well, maybe not then. I don't know.
I can't do husky.
Okay.
A girl's got to be.
I love husky women. Husky women are the best.
Eric, I look at your collection of pets, and God bless your daughters are beautiful and normal, and Diana's normal. But beyond that, there isn't anything effing normal about you.
There is too. Are you kidding me?
What? Well, your love for your dad is real. That's cool. I love that.
All right. Well, these are a lot of the things that may come up during. Now, this has never happened. This week is absolutely gigantic, because it's hard to believe that after all the years that we've kind of had this rapport, we've never had this much time together consecutively. A whole week. You're actually asking me to join you for a whole week. It's risky, Bill.
Right. You might just use the most understated word in the history of mankind. Risky. It's one of those things, Eric, that my gut has always been right in radio in over 30 years. And I think even our rapport, picking up the phone now, not really talking to each other live for outside of text for, I don't know, a couple, 3 weeks, month, maybe even more. We'll be fine, because we have a lot of, again, I still do a statewide sports radio show weekdays at 3. People listening in Grand Rapids on 96.1. Easiest way for people to listen if they're outside the 96.1 listening area. would be your local Huge Radio Network affiliate. That's at thehugeshow.net or on the iHeart app. Just search 961 The Game.
It's very,
you can listen.
It's very easy. It's very fluid for you to work that in like that. It's like you do it once in a while.
Well, I want because here's what I don't want. And I love your listeners, but I don't need 50 DMs. I'm like, where's the station? I can't get it.
Well, I'm excited. I'll be there at 2. And then we'll start the show at.
Oh, yeah. Me and you at 2:00 going off of Superfly, the formerly known producer as Lurch, is that, we're going to be going off his notes, trying to hook up. My biggest fear that hit me just when I was grabbing breakfast this morning was me and Zane looking at instructions like Dumb and Dumber, trying to figure out how. I've never connected. I've never, ever.
Hey, I got you. I know how to do it. I've got the connection.
Well, that's why, actually, it was Fagan and Dave Taft from iHeart, West Michigan, when John Bilk was going to do it, but he's, can't go over hours. So originally he was going to fill in and just be the producer. And then I started to have the idea about you co-hosting a couple of days with me. And then all of a sudden Taft came to me and said, hey, Zane knows all the boards and all the equipment here from his couple of years' work behind the scenes at iHeart. And I said, you know what? I told Brett, I'm going to ask him if he wants to really just co-host and not produce, because we're not going to. All our guests will be in studio this week. So we got Larry Figursky, number 1 in curtain rods in July.
Yep.
Over there. And he's going to. He said, thanks for the shout out on curtain rods and oil changes. I said, hey, man, we all got a pair. We all got a pair of bills.
He's fantastic.
And then, he'll be in studio today. We have Jeff Striegel from Berlin Raceway, NASCAR insider, huge Michigan State fan. So you got the Big Ten Media Days happening today and tomorrow, or actually tomorrow and Wednesday, down in Indy. And we'll talk NASCAR, and also Berlin has some huge races coming up in August. And then we have Ty Halleck, former Lion, Jacksonville Jaguar, Bear.
I remember Ty.
He'll be in studio for a couple hours on Wednesday talking Lions and Big Ten football. And then Friday, Mike Knuble. And then your friend Steve Jabara from the Grand Rapids Gold, who now are moving to Van Andel Arena for their home games in the G League, Denver Nuggets. So we'll talk state of the NBA, get his thoughts on future of the G League, their move, Pistons, what he sees, what they're doing from his time connected to them with the drive. And so am I missing somebody on Thursday?
No, I don't think so, but I think what you are missing is, can I do what's on tap with brands? I mean, that's the key. I want to be able to, I want that to be one of my duties, is I can do.
You can do what's on tap. We got to do it end of the first hour, so you can do that.
Yep.
And then we'll, you'll be able to push your podcast, push everything.
I don't care about that. I'm just excited that, as much as I've been away from radio for years, I still love it, and I am just very excited to be. Doing
Eric, I think you're one of the best. You're top 5 on broadcast pros I've ever worked with in my 30 plus years, and that includes, Chicago doing a national show and. Everywhere I've been, Austin, Tulsa, Oklahoma City. It sounds like a bad Huey Lewis News song, but and I just think you're a pro. I think there's some natural chemistry with us. I do believe someday me and you are going to do one of the biggest podcasts in the country when we just do a straight. When, like, I'm not on over the air anymore, we don't have to worry about clients or advertisers. And we do a Joe Rogan-like podcast of just the straight truth with Eric Zane and Bill Simonson. That day will come. That will be our finish in this business. Either we will be finished, or it will be our finish.
Or we'll finish each other on our podcast.
No, I don't think we're that way. I've been around you in person. I've been around you. I watched the way you. No, you started talking about Ava, and I watched the way you treated her. I see how you treat your children. I see how you treat Diana. You're really only a dick to other people in the radio business who are your competitors, not people you love.
The key is I never fight with my audience. That is the key. I've never, ever said or gotten any of the audience ever upset at me.
Oh, my God.
That is true.
And I will say, since you've gone to the Eric Zane Show podcast, you were on a run there where your headlines to get people to click on, whether it was your Patreon or the free one, is that your headlines were just, you were on a roll there for about a month where they were just effing classic. They were just, your headlines, like, were just, I forget. I know I'd text you and say, "Oh my God."
Yeah, the one about
the hillbilly
Carney ride goes haywire.
Carney ride. Oh my God!
At a hillbilly convention, dirt people rush in to help.
That was I know there was Carney ride at the hillbilly convention. Dirt people losers.
And then I remember.
Oh my God! Well, we do have, again with my show compared to your podcast or whatever, you need to kind of, set the audience straight that.
Well,
we're gonna have fun, but there are some limits.
No, you can't. The only time that would work would be if you were, if I said something like that, you would have to condemn that. And you should have.
But no, I did. Now, in all honesty, I talked to Superfly, the artist formerly known as Lurch, and I did say to him, I go, what do you think the odds are before I have to tell Eric off air, like, hey, man, we can't go there, or on air, or Fagan says Eric's done for the day.
Oh, yeah. That should be a goal.
My goal is to have fun all week. You're really co-hosting. We do have between the Tigers stinking, Lions training camp opens up at the end of the week, Big Ten football media days. It actually is a pretty cool week because we're kind of transitioning into football. I know a lot of people are on me already that, I tweeted out the Instagram photo of Matt Stafford with a Super Bowl ring from the LA Rams Hollywood party over the weekend, and I said golf will get one in Detroit before he's done.
Oh,
and people went batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, they should have. That's a horrible thing to say.
Well, all right. So I think he's going to be their quarterback for 5 years.
I don't know.
He'll get a Super Bowl ring.
I don't know. Only you would be dumb enough to make that comment, though.
You know what? I'm not doing the more wins than Matt Stafford. I learned my lesson on that.
Well,
bullshit last year.
Just the fact that you think that the Lions are going to win a Super Bowl.
Yes, I do. Their offense is top 10 in the league this year.
Oh, God. Yeah, but something's going to happen, like somebody's going to get drunk.
No. If Jared Goff gets hurt, though, you guys want to – everybody who rips Goff, this is the Lions' only fault. I had Jeff Risden in from LionsWire.com earlier to talk about it. Their backup quarterback is Tim Boyle, and he sounds like somebody's neighbor. Like you go over to the Boyles, they're having an outdoor party.
Right.
I mean, it's like if Goff gets hurt, I'm telling, Goff played good the last 6 games of last year when he had receivers, they got so many weapons now.
I like Amon St. Ra. I think his emergence was spectacular, and now you
Jameson Williams, T.J. Hawkinson, Swift, Jamal Williams.
You're right.
Reynolds, Amon St. Brad, DJ Chark.
It's very.
So it sounds like you go in the club, DJ Chark. Wiki.
It's very difficult to not get excited for them. I agree with you, and we'll probably break that down. But
the Lions have never broken our heart before, so we're all good.
Yep. All right, I'm going to kick you out. I love you.
Oh, yeah, good. Kick you out, but I'm bringing you on for 15 hours this week.
I'm very happy about that. I will,
all right, tell everybody to listen. Once again, 3 o'clock on 96.1 in Grand Rapids every day this week. 3 until 7, actually, with the hour replay, unless there's a baseball game or something on. Then search 961 The Game on the iHeart app. Listen live at thehugeshow.net, or for your local Huge Show affiliate in Michigan to listen live at 3, go to thehugeshow.net. There you go, buddy.
Are you on, what do you call it, TikTok?
I don't do TikTok. My God. I mean, I don't do TikTok. I mean, you can, and the podcasts are everywhere. So people who miss it, just search The Huge Show wherever they download podcasts. So it's everywhere and it's free.
All
okay?
right. All right.
All
Okay,
right.
get
We
out
love
of
you,
here.
Eric. I'll see you too, bud.
See you in a little bit. Bye.
All right, bye.
Billy. Jesus. Sorry, I'm reading. I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, fuck. All right. Bennett, Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. Longtime sponsor of the show. When you want to install the flooring, call upon Bennett, 616-318-0167. This is a West Michigan-based business, so obviously they're only hanging around here. But still, do the heavy lifting of ripping out the old shit and call upon them to put that flooring in professionally with the most cost-effective way possible. Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. That's the flooring that I want you to get. Okay? The discount outlet is along Chicago Drive, just behind Little Caesars. What they do is the main store is just down the street, and dude that runs it, owns it, is Darwin. Darwin purchases vast quantities of flooring for cheaper because he buys so much, and he just has it show up at the discount outlet, and then Kent, drop the E out of you, longtime supporter and friend, is there, and he unloads it, and then you walk in and you buy it, and it's deep, deep discounts. It's a discount outlet because they have so much of it. They buy the top brands, the top selling products of those brands, and they know it's going to sell, so they price it lower. When you mention my name, Eric Zane, of course, you save an additional 10% at Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Thank you to Sarah Rook Rouge for heading over to Bosco's Pub the other day, writing on the receipt, Eric Zane Show Podcast. They sent me your receipt, and we're so happy that Zane Show Podcast listeners are going to Bosco's Pub. I am getting set to book an asshole-free Bosco's get-together, and that is going to happen, so that is going to be fun. And I'm excited about it. At Bosco's Pub, part of Terra Square in Hudsonville, Michigan. See them for lunch or dinner at Bosco's Pub. Online at boscospub.com. Couple more, because I went so long with the other things I had to talk about today. My Policy Shop Insurance, 616-914-4070. That is Frank the Tank Fuss. Do not go without health care. Gone are the days when you would fuck, my boss doesn't offer it. I'm self-employed. I'm in between jobs. I can't afford insurance. You can, you just don't know about it. Healthcare.gov is put in place for that reason, but navigating that on your own can be a little tricky, so that's why Frank's there. Okay, he is a licensed independent insurance agent / broker who excels at this, an absolute expert, to make sure you don't screw it up. It's a very long-winded form. It's like talking to Kenny, okay? 616-914-4070 for My Policy Shop Insurance. Also, Frank is the Medicare Advantage Plan expert. If you or someone you know or love is getting set to turn 65, call Frank, 616-914-4070. And last but not least, comedy at Full House Comedy. FullHouseComedy.com. Tim Meadows is coming to town. Go to a show at one of the many Full House Comedy venues. I'm laughing because I see on the TC Paintball JM Synthetics Asshole of the Day sign, Friday's asshole was veterans who tell you they are veterans. What a ridiculous thing. Gotten a lot of feedback about that in a good way. I got some other ones that threaten to kick my ass. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. Of course I don't really feel that way. I'm in character, you fucking moron. On the Patreon today, Peyton Manning's sexual assault is alleged. Well, he was accused of sexual assault years ago. I remember this because I used to live in Knoxville. I moved to Knoxville in May of 99. That story was about 2 or 3 years old when I moved to Tennessee. And it was still being talked about. Elon Musk's dad is at it again in a disgusting way. Pat Benatar is shooting herself in the foot and not singing "Hit Me With Your Best Shot" ever again. Why is the dumbest reason on the planet. And Republican child rapist Matt Gaetz actually was pretty funny. But the asshole of the day today. Brought to you by TC Paintball and JM Synthetics. The pause is because I'm writing it. The asshole of the day today for this July 25th, 2022. By the way, Stevie writes, Eric asked Kenny to tell the story about the accident, then says Kenny takes too long to tell the story. LOL. Kind of does. Come on now. Kenny's got to be Kenny. It's the wrong way drunk driver. You know, come on now. That has to be the asshole of the day. Okay, if you are not on the Patreon, please go there and sign up. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. The point when I put this all together was hopefully they'll realize I'm working my ass off and want to support, and that has remained true to this day. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys very much. But if not, listen to me on the radio today with Bill on The Huge Show. That's the show for today. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, have a great one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were looking at your phone while driving, let me say it again. Seriously, put down your phone. That is so unsafe. If you didn't do stuff like use your phone while driving, you could save money with Progressive Snapshot. But saving or not, just put it down. And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't looking at your phone, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.